Hello everyone, this is Clossi. First things first, I do want to apologize for the icon in the middle of the screen. I'm currently working with new video editing software, and I'm using the free trial, so right now I have to deal with the icon. So please just bear with it for just a little while until I figure out what I'm planning on doing to make better quality videos for you guys. On an additional note, I plan to continue on with the Clossi funds and see about making teaching go similar to a part-time job for me. Naturally, the YouTube channel videos will still be free and will always be free, but rather I'll offer teaching games on the side and game reviews for donations. This in turn will allow me to put more time and effort into things such as teaching Go, playing Go, and making YouTube videos for you guys while still earning a little income on the side. So if you support what I do, please donate to the Clossi funds by donating to my PayPal account at clossius@yahoo.com. I really do appreciate any and all donations. It really helps. Last but not least, I currently have a new Facebook page for my YouTube channel. I will post a link to it in the description below the video. Also, I am in the process of creating a website for my YouTube channel and my fans and my viewers. I would like to know what kind of features you guys would be interested in. What would you like to see on the site? If you have any ideas, please post them in the comments below. I do read what you guys post, so every little piece of advice will be very helpful. Well, that about wraps up what I wanted to talk about. So without further ado, here's the new video. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's game is a game that was played online on the KGS Go server by a member of my Go Club. The member of my Go Club is currently a 4Q, and he is white. His username is Techman1, and Black's username is Eaudela, E-A-U-D-E-L-A. Eaudela, and that person is a 5Q. So, let's go ahead and begin. This game I found rather interesting, and it took me longer than I thought it would to actually come up with the variations necessary to study the variations enough to where I could actually tell you guys, because there's a few things in here, and the first one's coming up. So, this move is actually not in the Joseki dictionaries. Well, sorry, I can't say it's not, but it's not a common Joseki, and the Joseki dictionaries with this move had incomplete variations, basically meaning that there is not enough extensive research on this move to know what the best variations are. So this Joseki right here, the idea is for black to take the top, and white takes the corner and comes out on the left side. The simplest variation is for white to connect here, black to go here, white to go here, black to go here, and white can get sente. There's also these variations, but we'll not get into that right now. There's several things to think about. Yeah, black might also just go here. But this is a different Joseki. What many people may notice here is that this variation can go into what's called the avalanche Joseki, which is this. And this is a very complicated Joseki, and would take me like a very long time to go over this variation. There's also this variation, which is the large avalanche Joseki. Those are some very, very complicated Josekis, and I don't want to get into that right now. So, for time's sake, we will stick to this move. Now, first things first, the game, black played here, white plays here, black plays here, and white comes in. This, so far, looks like it should be a failure for black. And let's explain why. So, first move to look at is this Joseki is more of a simpler way to play. White goes here, black goes here, white goes here. Yeah, let's go through here. And white's Hane is not quite as powerful as it could be if you played, let's say for example, okay, well first off, this result, it looks pretty good. I mean, it looks decent for both. So it looks like a Joseki, a common Joseki variation. The idea here is we're saying that this is going to be called thickness, and normally we jump 5 from thickness or from a wall. But in this case, we don't want to do this. So after we play this out, the A stone now looks misplaced. So it looks better if this stone is here. This is the ideal spot. Now, many may think of this move or ask, why did black play this move instead of this move? This is bad shape. So let's say, for example, white peeps, black has to fix, then white Hanes. Now black's shape looks very, very insufficient. It's very ugly, and it looks like a big clump of stones that are not doing anything. So this automatically looks like a failure for black. True, black may look good on top, like this. And this may be okay. I mean, it's not game over or anything like that. But this shape just doesn't look too great, because now white does it. It's this, and there's always this later. But this, maybe I'm being a little harsh. It's not too terribly bad, but this shape just feels very uncomfortable. Normally, we don't want to play in positions that we feel uncomfortable with, because likely it's going to be hard to work with a very uncomfortable shape or insufficient shape. And many Q players and even low Don players, I think Don players are actually like for example myself, I'm just now starting to see how valuable efficient shapes are. Having an efficient position is extraordinarily useful, and it can mean the difference between a win or loss of a game. Just having a bunch of bad shapes everywhere that don't do as much as they should be doing can put you very far behind and make the game very difficult for you. And many Q players actually don't notice this. They play a lot of good shape mainly because they were told it was good. And then as they get stronger, they start thinking, well, maybe it's not as good as this move, and they'll play moves that they think do more but are inefficient shapes, and it just doesn't work out for them. So yeah, this is the first Joseki. This is also an option, but I'll need more research, or this needs more research, because first off, if white cuts, black Nobi, white Nobi, and play it like this. And I may be clicking through this too fast. If you want to actually go through this yourself, you should play it on a board or open an SGF file or with the KGS window, or do a demonstration board on your computer. There's many programs that can do that, and just play it out yourself, and you can play it out slower. But for now, I will not say that these are the perfect moves, and this may even go a little bit further, but these are the simplest moves, I want to say. And then white, black. These would be the simplest way to play out this cut, and it all depends on the players on if they want to play this way or not. They may come up with a different variation, and then it could get into a big jumbled of mess. But for now, I want to say this will be an okay variation, and since white has Sente, I want to say it's even, but it needs a lot more research. And also, there's a lot of moves that I'm not completely positive, like if white does something else or if black does something else, what will happen. And So this is not in an actual. This is not actually considered a Joseki right now because there's still research that needs to be done on it. It's also this move. Fix the cut. Here, here, extend. This, if played this way, looks like the best variation I've found for black, but because of that cut, it's very questionable. So yeah, black plays here, and let's go through some of these. Here's the first Joseki for this variation. And still quite unsure who this is good for. I want to say black, but black does have an open skirt on top, so this is probably a decent variation. Or just probably an even result. Pushing here, I'm not too sure about, because now black can just do this, and this looks a lot better than the first Joseki. This exchange is considered bad for white, because if we go to this variation, there's potential to come in here, Aji, to come in here. So, pushing like this, let's change this up a little bit actually. Let's change this move to here, because that makes a difference. So here, white wants to come in. But in this case, white pushed here. Now, after we do this Tawari, which means to change the order of the moves, going back to the actual Joseki branch in the SGF file, this exchange is the exact same. It looks like white played those pushes, and it just doesn't look good. So, just going here. Oops, no. Just going here is good enough. Here for white, here for black. Another Joseki variation, or yeah, so if white just comes in right here. This is, no, that's the game. Alright, so if white just comes in right here, I'm actually unsure of how black should respond. I'm wanting to say here. And this is the best I can see. And perhaps it's good enough, but I'm just not 100% sure about this variation because, again, there's still more questions. And as far as I know, white does have to respond here. White doesn't, white plays something like this. Black can then take the left side. So maybe white doesn't have to respond, but like I said, this is an incomplete Joseki. There's a lot of research to be done. And so for now, a lot of questions, and this is annoying. So perhaps I'm wrong. Maybe this isn't a good move. So yeah, I don't know how black should respond if white just comes in like this. This wasn't in the Joseki dictionaries, and I'm going to try and ask a professional player about how to deal with this move and about this Joseki in general. But until then, I will be unsure of the variations. So here, white pushed one more in the game. This is the actual game now. I think he was worried about if black came down the cut and stuff. So black nobies to get 4 in a row. It's good to have 4 because now after 4 in a row, if white gets a Hane that had a 4, you don't have so many liberty issues. Hane had a 2 and Hane had a 3 is usually good for your opponent. So having 4 stones in a row is good to prevent your opponent from Hane, because then if white goes here again, you don't have to respond. You can just go here. Or here. And this Hane's not too terribly bad for you. So yeah, black nobied again, and then white came in, so it's pretty much like the one I had a question for. And right now, this exchange feels good for white, because if this was like this, I could see something, I could see this being okay for black because then you could have something to attack and you'll be using thickness. But right now, if you try to attack the stone, there's too many questions. And you still have to force the connection under, and then white can just run out. You still have this annoying weakness. This cut doesn't work anymore. And it's just, and black's wall just didn't do anything. It didn't gain him anything. So, I don't know. I just don't like this variation for black. So black chooses to fix like this. White goes right here. Black takes the corner. So this move, this is a very aggressive move by white. So black played this, saying that if I do this, white will play this way to make good shape and make a good position. Now white's stones are working together pretty well, and this wall is not doing too much. It's doing a little bit, but just not enough. So black played here, expecting white to respond here, and then black would extend. But instead, white chose this. Now, there is weakness in here to think about. So this is actually a very aggressive strategy by white, and it's going to be hard to work with. You have to be very careful when you play like this. So this is black's move in the game, and this is okay, but I wonder about this. This move is also possible, and there's some variations here. So first off, let's say white connects here. Black can cut here, 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 and then make things complicated by going here. You can do this, or you can just... Can you go here directly? You can, but you're still going to have to come back and do this because of this push through and cut. So yeah. In this fight, it's hard to say who's better off. I want to say white because after this, it looks like, because this is almost alive up here now, there's still some questions though. It looks like white's leading the fight, and overall on the whole board, white looks a little bit ahead, so I want to say this is slightly better for white. But it's another option. Black can try and fight this way. I mean, the only reason this result looks not as good is this wall isn't doing much, and these black stones are annoying. But white isn't alive yet here, and white has some Agi up here. Black's corner is small. Black did take a little bit right here, but I want to say this is better for white. There's also this option for white. And then black can just go elsewhere for now, and this seems okay. But the A stones again are not doing anything. So if we ignore this and look at the exchanges that were going on this side of the board, this looks okay for black. I think this is playable. Black has more territory, and white has a good bit of weakness here at B and C. So overall, I want to say this is a good playable strategy. Problem is, white can just connect here, and yeah, not so sure about how to deal with this fight. You could also think maybe go here first, then go here. It's hard to find a good move for white up top to fix. So let's say white goes on the right. What can black do? Here, here. This looks like bad shape. You can try this. So yeah, so maybe this is more playable. So yeah, in the end, this attachment is another idea, but black played here in the game. This is wrong. This is Honte, Honte, I think is how you say it, which basically means this is the proper move. Later, if you want to seal the stone in, this shape right here is very efficient. When you seal this white stone in with this shape, this is the proper way to do it. But now, with this move, if black plays a stone right here, this stone looks too close, and it's not doing as much as it should be doing. And as I say, inefficient. Slightly better here. So white is being very, very aggressive. This position, first off, if I was going to respond locally, this would probably be the move I would choose, just because it's easier to get out and easier to work with. But globally speaking, I don't know. You could think about a Tanuki, which means to play away from the local situation. But yeah, maybe just running out here is good enough. This, very, very dangerous. If black seals white in, white's going to have a life and death problem here on his hands. And I think white lives. Yeah, white should live. But black takes the outside and is doing pretty well on the rest of the board. There's also this cut to think about. But yeah, that cut's annoying. So let's say I want to fix that cut. And white can bridge, but yeah, black's making a good side on the right, and this looks like black's getting more than white got right here. White did get some up here, so maybe this is okay, but I want to say I like this exchange better for black. But black decided to block. And now it chooses seal in. Yeah, so this is bad. You don't want to change strategies mid-fight. And yeah, now we see that the markstone would look better at A. So here, black should respond here. So I would prefer to force white out here because that's what he decided to do with S17. And black should be able to gain something in this fight. This cut right here, I believe I read this doesn't work. Yeah, so this cut doesn't work. Black just lives. Or white can do this. Black goes here. So black just lives, yeah. White can't cut this position because everything just falls apart for white. Because after this, and black lives, this whole shape right here looks kind of terrible. Not to mention black hurt this position up top. So, yeah, I want to say that white just can't cut. So yeah, but black changed strategies mid-fight, and you usually don't want to do that. What about here? Or, yeah, Atari this first, and then here. This is a better way to connect because it peeps white's base on top. And also, later, if you can seal white in, there's this ko. Even if white tries to make life over here, yeah, it's still a ko, but these moves were to show that white has a lot of ko threats. Yeah. White has a lot of local ko threats, so you want to time this ko very, very precisely, but there is this ko. So, Atari first, there's no reason not to. Black just connected, and he connected the wrong connection, so. So this is also an interesting idea, but it's going to come with a risk, because white's saying he's alive up top, or in this corner, but actually he's not. So if black plays this way, Oh, sorry. Sorry. This is... Okay, I know what this branch is. So yeah, this is saying that black cannot kill it directly no matter what he does. But, as I shown in the previous variation, black can make a ko right here. Now that I think about it, if white goes here... Huh. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Here. Ha! Okay. Okay, so white is alive. Interesting. So yeah, white's alive. Because white just plays right here. Later though, if black does get a stone right here, this corner could die. So yeah, if you would have played what I had said before, just Atari first, and now, I guess white can just go right here. Black goes right here, peeps a space, and later black can get this move in Sentai. So I think white's going to want to go here, black goes here. White usually wants to fix, because you don't want to get sealed in Sentai. Then black can fix his cut, white can approach. That's another way to play, I guess. But yeah, so, white's alive. What do you know? So this is a good move. Good catch there. Okay. No. This move should be a mistake. The Joseki is this. This is the Joseki. White takes influence at the center, black gets a side. If white was going to 3-3 or going to the corner, he should do so now. White was probably afraid of black getting too much right here. But white can consider attacking this group or attacking from here. So if white's probably just afraid of giving black all this, but white has more points than black. So I don't think you should be afraid of being able to doing this. There's also no, you can't do that. There's also some potential right here to Sabaki. And try and play some fast-paced moves to get out and destroy this territory. But, and yeah, white's corner won't die because white always has this move. So yeah, there's no reason to 3-3 here. If you're going to 3-3, just do it now. But doing it here, this is a mistake. Black cuts, good. No, not good. So this is important to remember. So when black's high right here, you want to do this. Because then black Ataris, black connects, and then now you can go here. You can extend further along the lower side when you have this S2 stone. But in this variation, you can only go right here. If you tried to go right here now, there's these problems. Black may not do it immediately, but you get the idea. If white had S2, there would be no problem. So white goes right here, black blocks, and a fight occurs. . This is dangerous. Black response. There's a lot of questions here. Yeah, so black's going to respond on the right side. This is the better move. It's faster. But this cut's a very difficult variation to read. I went over very many variations here. Let's go ahead and just dive right into them. First off, white goes here, here. I'll try and go through these slowly, so that way you can get an idea of why each one was played. If you want to study each one of these variations, feel free to play this out on a board and go through them on your own. But from what I read, these should be close to the best moves, at least for my level. Now there's options. So first option here. This Atari, and I noted that the Atari seems to have more of a risk. And two moves here. First one here. Then do this. No, this is a failure. So yeah, don't do that. So yeah, white goes here first. Then black, let's say black seals in. White connects under, here, here. You do this, here. And you want to keep that dead. This looks like a failure for black. So, wait, was it? Yeah, definite failure for black. There, there. Huh. Should really clean up these variations. So, yeah, it looks like black can't play this move, but rather black plays this move. Now it goes here, black nobies, and A and B are Mii. So white plays here, black plays here. Black can try to run out, or white tries to run out. So for this variation, black has Aji for his other group right here. White must gain something from attacking this black group right here, and it looks like white will. But there's so many questions like right here and right here. But white must gain something from these black stones, because if not, there's a variation where white kills these stones, and that looks a lot easier for white to just do that. I believe it was here. Was it here? No. This looks failure. Yeah, so white fails there. Okay, yeah. And let's say black Atari's here first. Ugh. Okay, so this is wrong. If white defends this group here, black straight up kills it here. And then there's a cut there. So this exchange, dangerous but better for black, because now black can still do this. Even if this corner dies, this exchange is terrible for white. Okay, so cannot play this way. This Atari, yeah, don't play that. So the other variation was this Nobi. So what happens if white Nobis? White connects under here. And this is to keep these stones from connecting to these stones very easily. Here, 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 here. Fix that. Then here, here, here. Kill those. Those, kill those. And this said later black can kill white. Yeah, I think white does have to come up here now. Wait, or is white already dead? Nope, nope, nope. White should live. Black goes here, white goes here. So yeah, so this white group should live, I believe. Unless my reading's incorrect. So let's assume white's alive. This exchange is bad for black. Black lost all of these stones on the right side, all these points on the right side, and black only gained this. So this exchange should be terrible for black. So this Nobi's the proper move. And that means this is just not needed. Alright, so Nobi here is the proper move. In other words, if black tries to cut, this is good for white. So after reading all that out, we can say that defending on the right side seems to be the best move. And then white defends his cut like this, or like this. Or even like the no, not like that, just do that. And this is going to be good for black, because now black can just do this. And black took the right side and the bottom side. White took the corner. White has a weak group though. And if he would have just done the 3-3 as we said in the game, not like that. Nope, 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 go to the game. There. If white would have just 3-3'd here. Whoa, what is it doing? Here we go. This is better than the variation that we ended up with. Here. So yeah, if I would have just 3-3'd from the get-go, you wouldn't have had to deal with all this. So this is pretty complicated. This is probably going over many players' heads. So the main thing to take from this is when you jump right here, follow through with your Joseki here. If you're going to jump, then deal with the jump. If you're going to 3-3, then 3-3, but don't try to do both, because that just made things too complicated and made things very dangerous for white. Actually, it ended up bad for white. But let's look at the actual game and see what black did. Black did this, as we saw. No. No. Why would you? There's no reason to do that. No, this is just bad. So, firstly, Hane headed to bad shape for white. Secondly, white's weak. Don't respond to this stone. Don't make this stone heavy for no reason, and also make this group even weaker. Just, yeah. This move looks like a misread for white. I think white thought he could cut him off, and that's not good. No, just no reason not to take the stone. Just take the stone. White fixes his cut. Black goes here. And yeah, so this is really good for black because white has bad shape everywhere. No. This is pointless. Black's afraid for his life. But just jump out. Or here. Black's stronger in this fight than white, because if white wastes the move to go here, white's weaker than black. So this fight's going to be good for black. Even if white cuts right here. This fight's going to be good for black. Yeah. Black can almost do anything he wants, but no, black just got afraid here, that's all it is. So now he lost his initiative to attack, and white gets to defend himself, but he does this. This is a mistake. Now white's going to have two weak groups to deal with. Black should just come out, and what is black doing? Okay, push the corner first. Fine. Yeah, do that. Do that, do that. Okay. No. Come out. This moves Sente, but it's bad style. This just lowers your own liberties. It may not look like it, but it actually does lower your own liberties. So black has 4 liberties here, right? And here, black has 4 liberties. But to take this liberty right here, actually, I'll just show you an example. So let's say some exchange happens like this, right? If white Atari's here, black's not going to fix here, otherwise this cut will happen, right? So black can just defend like this. But now, this shape, after this exchange, if that same exchange happens like this, this cut's annoying. So now, a move like this will hurt black's shape for no good reason. So there's no reason to do this. Okay, so white defends, lowers black liberties. Yeah, that just hurts yourself for no good reason. Black comes out. Good. White gives up the stone. Yes. Okay, that's good for white. I mean, that's the best you can do after playing this move. It's just not good enough. This move, I said this move was too slow because white's weak on the outside first of all, so you can attack like this or like this. So respawning here for like 10 points, it's big, but it's slow. Attacking is urgent. Now white can defend himself again, or not. Yeah. So I posted here that white is being very, very daring this game. So this knight's move up here, this move right here, and then this was just a mistake. White was trying to do too much down here at one time. Yeah, so white's very daring. Yeah, so first thing is said here, no one seems to care about the weak group in the center at all. So since no one's caring about that, ignoring the weak group right now, assuming it's alive, it is not the biggest move on the board. Coming in with A is much bigger, because black's group down here can live with P1 at any time. Also, it's out, so this group's not going to come under attack at all. So coming in at A, we'll be able to attack these white stones, as well as take away the points on the bottom. So I said that was probably the best idea, or at least the best I could come up with. This is a good calm move by white. I mean, taking some points, keeps black weak. So yeah, it's not a bad move, but I want to go here. This is the proper move on the bottom. Helps the bottom, helps this group, so this is proper. If we're ignoring the fact that this weak group is weak. I mean, this is all saying that this group's alive, which it's not. Attacking this group is the biggest, or defending it. Black comes in, but it's not quite right. This move's better. It's just easier to deal with. Keeps white weaker. No reason not to. I thought maybe trying this first to get support, but no, that doesn't look good. I don't like this move. No, just no. White cuts you off way too easily. Just no. Something like this. If he's wanting to work with F4 and start making I shape, something like this would be better. But just jumping's fine. Jump out. You already destroyed the points at the bottom. It's fine. White's still weak, and you can't kill these stones. This looks bad though. Very, very bad. Tiger's mouth. Proper shape. Yeah. Black got scared. You can't do this. No. No. You can't do that. You can't play scared go. You just can't. Yeah, you just can't play scared go. You can't play assuming everything's going to work for your opponent. You have a way out. If you want to help this group, first off, jumping out is much better. Keeps white weak. You're still strong. This is not the way to play go. Also, this corner over here, there's still a ko. You still owe a move to live. Here. So white goes in for the ko. This is a mistake. Black just straight up dies here. The ko variation is this move. Here, ko. Or if white does this, just AB for life. So this is the ko. Play it again. This shape, white comes in right here. Black plays right here. White plays here. Black plays here. Ko. Many may ask you, oh, what if white goes here? This is simple. Here, here, here. A and B are mi for the second I. So this is easy. Black just lives. This is the right move. This is a good read for white. No. Nope, sir. You're just dead. Good. And black resigned here. White has a pretty good lead on the board. White has this entire corner. It's a good 30 or 40 points right here in this corner alone. Then white has this corner. Black doesn't have this corner. And white's alive in this corner for sure. Black's only points are right here. He cannot make up all of white's points by attacking this group, so resignation's correct. So in the end, white was really aggressive, and it seemed to pay off, but there were some questions at times. Black played a good solid game, but after letting F4 and this corner die, it just didn't work out. Let's see what else was there. Yeah, it was really interesting considering to watch them play out the rest of the game, assuming this group was live, because this group was weak the entire time and just neither one cared about it. I think Black's idea with P1 was make myself completely alive, and now I can attack the group without worries. But that idea is wrong. Just straight up attack the group. I think Black could have turned the game around because he was behind, but if he would have attacked this group, I think Black could have turned the game around to his favor. And likewise, had White just defended this group, he could have then played the rest of the game without worrying too much about other stuff. So yeah, in the end, it's a very interesting game, and we have a new Joseki to try and study and research, or I do anyway. You guys can try and do some research on your own, ask your friends, your teachers. But yeah, so I don't know how to deal with this. This is interesting. I learned something new from this game, so I thought it was a really good game. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the review. Let me know what you think, and again, yeah, I'm sorry for this icon in the middle of the screen. I'm sure that was very annoying to many people, but I thank you for putting up with it, and I will try to get rid of it as soon as possible. Until next time.